You know the saying that the worst that someone can do when you tell them you like them is say no? Yeah, that's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. They can do much worse. And to preface this story, this happened in high school. I don't bear any ill wills towards this person. I don't feel like a certain way towards them. I don't think they're a bad person. It's really funny in retrospect, but yeah, when you tell someone you like them, they can do worse things. So just to preface this, I have the easiest birthday in the world. So basically, in whatever the year is my age. So this happened in 2015, I believe, and I was 15 because again, I have the easiest birthday in the world. And I moved a lot during my life. And so I moved between the US and France. And this happened when I moved to the US the second time. And so I was in high school. And this was my first year of high school, junior year. And one thing I've discovered about myself, especially when I went to university, is I have crushes on people when I feel vulnerable. When I don't feel vulnerable in a place and I feel confident, I don't crush on anyone. It's kind of strange. Let me know in the comments if that's also the case for you. I want to see if that's just a me thing. But basically, like, of course, I was 15. I was feeling pretty vulnerable in high school. You know, not completely super mega confident. So, and so I was crushing really hard on this girl. Let's call her Anna. Okay, Anna. And if you're not American, there's these things called prom and winter formal and things like this. And what was this? And homecoming. And homecoming is during the fall, I believe, or winter. And so it's kind of like prom, but it's less formal. And so there's this girl I really liked, and I wanted to invite her to homecoming. And so I ended up doing it, and she said yes. Actually, to my surprise, I didn't expect her to. Except this was a private school. I'm gonna explore the dungeon I found in an earlier episode. But yeah, this was a private school, and let's just say that there's certain things that you're supposed to do for homecoming. Like, it's not just inviting a girl or a boy and then just showing up. You need to do certain things before that happens, and I didn't know that because people, especially in that environment, didn't realize that, like, you're not born with like the DNA required to know what you're supposed to do at homecoming. Like, these things are socially constructed, so it makes absolutely no sense. Good thing I didn't fall here because there's traps. So, like, I needed to be told, like, oh, for homecoming, you need to do this for a girl and take her there. You know what I mean? And I had no clue. So, like, what was it? Was it less than a week before homecoming? My American viewers are gonna cringe, but basically, like, less than a week before homecoming, my parents get a call from Anna's parents, and Anna, whatever, Anna's parents, and they're asking her, like, oh, what is Robin gonna do for Anna? And my mom's like, what? And my parents have asked me, like, do I need to do anything, I think? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I need to get a suit, and I probably should get her, like, flowers beforehand. I don't know. No, not even that. I didn't know. And and like Anna's parents were like, "Oh yeah, well, Robin's supposed to invite us and her to a restaurant, and he's supposed to, like, buy her flowers and meet with us beforehand and all these things." And my parents were they were like, "Oh my, Robin, why didn't you, like, tell us that you were supposed to do these things? Like, you're taking this girl to homecoming." And her parents were like they were taking this very seriously as well. And so I was horrified. I was like, oh shit. And so we had to improvise, like, going to a restaurant. This might have been like a couple days before, like, when I was supposed to do it. So like we had to like improvise like a restaurant where like it was so awkward. We were eating at the restaurant and like I was eating there as well as the parents. Like the parents were in another part of the restaurant and they were like watching us. It was really weird. Like I think like honestly yeah, yeah, her mom scared me a little bit. But you know, it's like they're at another end of the restaurant and we're talking, and but it was fine. Like she was nice, and she was cool about it. You know, I might have ruined homecoming a little bit for her, but you know, it was cool. I still ended up doing everything you're supposed to, mostly. You know. And so we go to the restaurant. I think I bought her flowers, and then homecoming happens. And so we're at homecoming, and I don't remember if like I talked to her that much during it. What the hell is that red skull thing? Is that spider gonna poison me? I better be very careful. I'm gonna kill that spider before continuing the story. Okay. Okay, good. And so homecoming happens, and I really like this girl. Like I liked her. I had a crush on her for a while. I might tell other stories afterwards, in later episodes, but yeah. And so I I don't know. I didn't like talk to her that much during homecoming, but I was like, I want her to know that I like her. You know, I want to tell her at some point, and so I don't tell her during homecoming and stuff. And homecoming starts to come to an end, and you know, I still haven't told her anything, and so picture this like picture in a movie when it's the time like one of the characters wants to tell another character that they like them. It's like whatever auditorium homecoming was happening in, I'll mimic it here. Imagine homecoming was happening here and there's a door here, and then you have like the hallway here outside of homecoming, and so the character in the movie is standing here, and then she was I think she left, like she was walking like this and I was standing here, and like homecoming's happening over there, and I think I was getting water and she was walking here, and she like started walking away, and I told her, Anna, and she turns around and I tell her, I like you. She looks at me, she smiles, and she says, I know. And she walks away. And at that moment, I don't remember how I felt, but I don't think I don't think I don't think I had a whole lot of positive feelings toward her after that. I feel like I must have been like, what the fuck just happened? You know, like I tell this girl I like her and she says I know. And I continued to like her throughout high school. Other things happened. It was always a little bit ambiguous. I feel like I was kind of a dumbass. You know what I mean? Like especially with that homecoming story. So it felt like there could have been a chance. Maybe this girl was just like like I was there at certain times, but like especially with the fact that she told me yes to a dance one time, like there could have been like something, but I was too much of a dumbass to like play my cards right. But it's okay. Like again, I don't feel a certain way towards her now. I just think it's a very very funny story in retrospect. And just so you know, that's when I learned that yeah, people say what's the worst thing she can say? No, it's not. She can say worse things. But that's okay. Like if someone, I don't regret saying this. Like to close off, I'll say this. I don't regret telling her. Like I think it's a great story, and I wouldn't I would I like I don't wish I wouldn't have done it. Um, but just know that when you tell people you like them, if it was obvious to them, they might reply I know. I hope this was entertaining. Don't hesitate to leave a comment if you have a funny story of you telling someone you like them throughout your time at school or at university, And I'll talk to you later.